Hello and welcome back to Der Dilettant. Today I'm gonna showcase a little build that I built for the Chronomancer, and it's all built around a little bit of mana recoup, mana recovery when you get hit, and also contagion, essence drain, hex blast, dark effigy. And as you could see in the intro, it is especially good at cleaning areas that have a lot of mobs, and they all will get poisoned and they all will get debuffs, chaos debuffs on them. So the chaos damage spreads just very quickly to all the enemies out there. And the key item which makes this build work is a corpse weight, which on step, so as soon as you make a step, it will decompose bodies around you, and then they are gonna spread poisonous gas. So this is the decompose you get, and you trigger this step all the time when you step. So all around you, the enemies will just explode and they will be consumed and will spread poisonous gas. And the idea is that you, with contagion and essence drain, you can spread chaos debuffs around. So contagion will spread everything to other enemies as soon as they die, and in an area around it, they will get all the chaos debuffs. And Essence Drain is a chaos debuff that deals a lot of chaos damage. So this one is that mostly kills the enemies. As you've seen in the video before, they will all just get spreaded. The chaos damage, the poison damage, the chaos dots, they will just slowly by one, each one of them will get triggered these kind of gas damage and the poison damage. And I'm also using dark effigy. This one kind of spreads withered and increases chaos damage. This one is mainly used for smaller bosses and hex blast. You can also use to just start off the chain. This will just initially deal a lot of damage. And we also have blasphemy to run despair on. So basically we can hex blast all the enemies to begin with. But yeah, that's in general how this build works. So you have these 2-3 chaos dots, you have blasphemy and despair, so everything around you will have a worse chaos resistance. And you can also start off the chain either by essence draining or by hex blasting things, and then it's kind of a chain spreading from enemy to enemy. And we are I picked the Chronomancer here because my Chronomancer was lying around, and I tried to build something for the Chronomancer, and this is especially interesting. I only have like 2 ascendancy points here. These are the only ones that I really want. I want to have this one is the first one. You kind of have to have it to get to this one. This is really interesting. Recoup effects instead occur over 4 seconds. So recoup usually is over 8 seconds, which is quite a lot. Like 8 seconds is a very long time. With this one, you get it down to 4 seconds. And there's one more thing you can do to increase the recoup effects. And this one is this node over here, which increases recoup speed of 25%. So instead of 4 seconds, it's 3 seconds. So if you get hit, you will recoup life and mana over 3 seconds. So this is actually really nice. We decrease the amount of recoup effects to 3 seconds from 8 seconds. And if you check out all the things that I've done to increase my recoups, here is 50% damage taken recouped as mana, as on this Midnight Braid. This is one of the uniques I'm using. Then we have 12% damage taken recouped on my body armor. So this is sometimes an implicit you can have on your body armor. And I also have it as my suffix here on this amulet. 22% of damage taken recouped as mana. So that's 22 here, 12 here, 50% here. If we get damaged by something, we get recouped as mana 110%. So where's the rest coming from? The rest is coming from our passive tree. This one gives 20% damage recouped as mana, and this one gives 6% recouped as mana. And this is our recoup. So when we get hit, we recoup 110% of that damage as mana, over 3 seconds. Now the key is to also have mind over matter, so all our damage is taken from mana before life. So we, instead of life, we lose mana as HP. We also have Eldritch Battery, so it converts all our energy shields from, for example, this one to mana. So this makes perfect sense, because then we have a kind of bigger mana shield. And this one is also, I mean, I still haven't really perfected the gear on this. We want obviously way more mana. I have no mana on the gloves. I have very little mana here. Well, it's 170 mana on the rings, but these could be improved way more. Also have no mana on my body armor, and also some items have very little mana. This could be way more, but yeah, this is not perfectly maximized. It's just like I threw this together and it's already a lot of fun to play. It works really nicely for what it's supposed to do, and the purpose of this is to clean full-grown maps that have either Delirium or Breach, and be able to farm these maps really nicely and efficiently. So yeah, this is Recoup and the Mana Shield. This is how this part of the build works. Let's go in for the equipment and the setup on the skills. Let's go in for the equipment. I use a lot of chaos damage, increasing chaos spell skills and spell damage. These are all things that increase the DPS of all my skills. So Dark Effigy, Hex Blast, Essence Drain, Contagion, but also Decompose, because it poisons enemy as though dealing chaos damage equal to the corpse's maximum life. So also chaos spell damage, chaos damage, spell damage, and chaos spell skills will all increase the damage of Decompose. And also like magnifying ailments would also help, but this is, for now, I started off with a wand that gives me chaos spell skill levels, mana regeneration, and also gain mana per enemy killed is really nice, because as much mana as we can get to boost our mana shield as much as possible all the time. Then we have spell damage, which is really nice. We have on the focus also chaos damage and 2 to all spell skills, and also mana regeneration rate. Obviously mana regeneration is really nice if this is also our shield. We have just a little 2+ to all spell skills, and also Recoup here, a little bit of spell damage, and an increase of maximum energy shield, which doesn't do anything as I don't use maximum energy shield at the moment. So also this is a spot where one could optimize the equipment at the moment. Then on the rings, obviously cap your resistances, gain mana per enemy killed, maximum mana as well. You could also probably have some other nice things as increased damage or something else. Then on the gloves, also gain mana per enemy killed is really nice. Cap resistances, a lot of mana, a lot of energy shield. Then the Midnight Braid is the one I'm using. This one, unfortunately, you usually have a lot of resistances and nice things on the belt, but this mainly gives a lot of recoup as mana. But in this build, this is actually really nice. And then we have the Corpse Weight Graves, Corpse Weight Iron Greaves, the unique ones, which gives our main skill that we use to deal most of the damage with. So this is actually also quite nice. Yeah, let's go into the skill setup. So on my Decompose, I have Controlled Destruction, which increases the ailment damage by 30%. I also have Bursting Plague, which basically it adds another layer of damage on top of the regular poison damage. Also Comorbidity, so adds the numbers of poisons the mobs can have, and also Deadly Poison, which increases the magnitude of poison by 75%. And so this is the most important damaging skills, so as far as I play it at the moment. These kind of increasing the damage of the ailments is really kind of nice. And also I try to increase the area of effect as much as possible. So the explosion radius here is 2.5 meters. The initial one would be 1.6 meters. So you can double it up. If you kind of increase the area as much as possible, you usually can double up the radius. So that's actually also quite nice. I go here with Blasphemy just to make sure that all the enemies in the radius will get cursed with Despair, and cursing them with Despair will enable your Hex Blast, so you can actually deal damage to all the mobs instantaneously. Then Heightened Curse increased the effect and increasing the area of Blasphemy to make it spread quicker and faster. Then we have the Contagion, which we use to kind of spread all the chaos dots around. So with this one, as soon as they die, the spread radius 1.7 meters. Then the spread radius will be enlarged to 2.7 meters, which is quite important to spread it around as quickly as possible. And then I have Unleash here to make it possible to contage or curse more than one enemies with Contagion. So we can cast it 2-3 times at the same time. Then Chaotic Freeze to just build up also freeze damage. This one is, I'm not really happy with it, but yeah. Intense Agony, also increasing the damage over time. So we just increase the damage to 50% more, but it will have 25% less skill effect. So here you can just play around a little bit what feels the best. Essence Drain is just raw damage dealing. So this one, usually I want to have the Essence Drain on the enemies and the Contagion. So the Essence Drain deals more damage. The Contagion makes sure that they will spread around to all the other enemies. Then we have Swift Affliction, which deals more damage but decreases the time. Then Drain Ailments. So this one might drain one of the other ailments, so like for a poison, and deal more damage for it. And then Chain to make it spread faster to others. So if I cast Essence Drain on one guy, there's a chance it will chain to others immediately, because Chain will lessen the damage with hits, but as we deal ailment damage, this doesn't decrease the damage for this. So this is actually quite a nice way to spreading Essence Drain very fast. Then we have Dark Effigy. This one I'm just using for smaller bosses, just popping my Dark Effigy down, and then with this one it will actually increase the cast speed, so wither the enemy as quickly as possible. And this withered will actually increase the chaos damage by 5% for each withered, and this can increase up to 50% chaos damage. So this is actually quite nice to increase the single target damage. And then we have Hex Blast. The Hex Blast will actually make sure that we can deal instant damage to enemies as quickly as possible, because as soon as they have a debuff, which comes from our Blasphemy chaos resistance debuff, so we can immediately deal damage in a nice area of effect. This increases the damage while decreasing the area of effect, and this increases the chaos damage as well. So this is our initial cast. This is an area of effect. When they run into our Blasphemy area, that's the initial one we can just kill someone with, and then when there's the corpse lying around, my corpse weight will explode it and in regain make this large area of effect. So those were the skill and the skill gems. Let's go into the passive tree. I already talked about the Recoup I was going for. The Recoup effects, these are a bit of defensive layering. So this one here, increasing also Recoup and increasing mana regeneration. All of that is a bit of passive layer. Otherwise, I'm just going for spell damage here. Then I go in for the chaos damage, and chaos damage will increase all my dots and all my poison damage. And then I go all the way around here, and I will I can collect a few more jewels if I extend over here. So this one will be my next jewel I will take. I'm not going for the energy shield nodes here, because all my defensive layer lies in the mana shield. And then I go up here, take Mind Over Matter as a keystone for this build. Also more area of effect. This one, the last one here is actually, I don't think I need this one. This increases the area spell damage, but we deal dots. So this one is actually useless for me. I just realized that. But we want as much area of effect, so we're also going in for the jewels with more area of effect, more chaos damage. This one is always nice. Also try to get like energy shield well, you know, stun thresholds. I don't know if it actually works like this, like from the maximum energy shield, a stun threshold, probably not. But the thing that we want the most out of this is more area effect and more chaos damage. So always try to find nice jewels that will find a way to add on your playstyle, because this is actually quite important for mine, that I spread around my poisonous gases more quickly. So more chaos damage, more area of effect on nearly all of them. And then we go up here. I want those jewels and more intelligence. So intelligence will also give me more mana and more shield. Then increasing the skill effect duration is also quite nice. Then more damage per 100, more mana regeneration as I use my shield quite a lot. Then converts all energy shield to mana, the Eldritch Battery, as we said. Then we have here these recoup effects and decreasing them, the speed of recoups by 25%, more chaos damage up here. And down here we also have more chaos damage. Unfortunately, here we lose 3 life and energy shield when you use a chaos skill. So this one is actually a bit dangerous, but for now it works quite well. And then I went down here again for more skill duration, chaos damage, and also here again area damage. So this is just one setup I used. I mean, maybe you find a smarter way to actually put things in. These are the things that I kind of went for now, and maybe I will give you guys an update soon. I will try to, as this league is coming to an end, I will actually try to make this one run nicely and smoothly, and maybe I will give you an update on this build if I find like another breakthrough thing that I can do. So we can go in here in a map and try a little bit how it looks like right now. This map is completed, unfortunately. So let's go in here. I have a plus 200 drop chance level tier 14 Waystone map. Let's open up a forest map here, or a creek, I think it is, and let's see how it works. So this build is still under construction. It's not perfectly optimized for anything yet, but let's see if we can make it run and see if we can do some nice things here. So I will put down the curses here and immediately kill off all these dudes. Let's go in here with the, and immediately you can see how quickly this shit spreads around, and everything that gets poisonous here we will probably just kill off quite quickly. And we just have to make sure that we once in a while step into this area and kill stuff. But yeah, my computer's already lagging quite a bit because it just can't handle all the stuff that's happening apparently. But yeah, it is quite a lot of fun, this build. Not entirely sure if you can see what's going on here so well, but yeah, I'm lacking the speed pretty much to kind of get behind the progression, and apparently, yeah, also all the effects on my computer seem to slow it down way too much. Maybe I should have cleaned the area first, so actually to be able to do more. But I think you could see what I was going for, like just getting into the thicks of the breaches and just like having the chaos damage spread very quickly. And yeah, that was pretty much I think you could see where the build is going and what it's supposed to do. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and if you like this kind of content, give me a like on the video, follow the channel, comment on the video, let me know what you want to see in the future and what I can improve, what you guys are interested in, what you would like to see, what you would like to see guides on, where's the big question marks when you play Path of Exile 2. And yeah, have a good gaming session and see you guys soon. Bye bye.